Danny, through to the FA Youth Cup fourth round, sum that up for us.
Oh, wow. I'm a tough man, but I'm not gonna lie, I've had a tear at the end there. But yeah, no, I thought the boys, it's first half we were competitive, and it weren't for lack of work ethic or work rate. We just felt a little bit. We didn't really get longer periods on the ball. We showed glimpses of good stuff, and I felt they were dangerous from the counter attack. And at half time we tweaked a few things around the out possession press and in possession stuff, and I thought the boys started the second half. And we spoke at half time around, and wow, the support tonight, was it 773? Was that the, and that's unbelievable. It's no surprise, because what the boys have been doing, what they've achieved so far, and because they're playing well, they deserve all the support that they get. And even if they weren't playing well and stuff like that, they would still get the fully backing. And we said at half time, going towards the south stand with the support this end, that it was like they can suck the ball into the goal for the boys. And we started really well. It was pleasing to score from a set play. We do a lot of work in our set plays, so it was pleasing to get a goal from a set play. And even from there, if I'm honest, I thought the boys were in full control of the game. For the whole second half, and even extra time. And I felt it was us that was going to get the goal. And even going into penalties, we had no doubts.
It's something that this team haven't had to face before in the FA Youth Cup, to come from behind. So to do it, get back on level terms, how good was that straight away?
We're the biggest thing, with the lads and the boys, we always speak about at times of success, you don't get too above your station. You still focus on the next action in the game. Same at times of disappointment, and you can't change what's happened. You can only focus on the future and controlling that going ahead. So again, the boys, they had a good chance to make it 2 from, I think, our attack. We lost the ball, they worked it quite well and they countered. But JB made a great save. He won at the end there of extra time. But that's where physically the boys put a great shift in for 120 minutes. And that's where you need to be mentally switched on and concentrated. But listen, they've got in. Sometimes that happens, but JB's made a great save.
And then those penalties, obviously Southend taking the first one, scoring a couple of missed ones in there, but ultimately JB coming through on top.
Going into the shootout, we know JB's capable of saving any penalty. And we said to the boys, JB will save at least 1 or 2. But listen, even for the boys that have missed the penalties, they've walked back with their heads down. But their heads have got to be held high, because you've always got to put your arm around someone to have the what I'm looking for, commitment and the bravery to step up in a pressure situation. So whether you score or miss, having the bravery to step up in the first place, for us that means a lot and shows a lot about the person, their character.
Then overall from this night, ultimately we've gone toe-to-toe with an EFL side, with category of funding and everything. How pleasing is it to come away, not just with the positive result, but also knowing that you've matched them and bettered them?
It's and the boys, if you like, they've put the academy or youth team, I think, back on the map. And even with our games programme throughout pre-season, we also arrange additional games in the season against the EFL clubs, so that our players are challenged. And we've got a good number of players in the youth team, first, second and third years, that have come through the systems at Cat 2 and Cat 3 academies, and 1 or 2 from Cat 1s. So we know in terms of the calibre of player that we're recruiting, they are of the EFL academy standard, whether it's Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. And we felt tonight was a game we highlighted a few areas to exploit, but also a couple of strengths that they had. But yeah, they were a good team. It wasn't like there was a poor team. Swindon were a good team, and they had some very good players. And they put us under it in the first half in terms of their movement and how they moved the ball around. So we although we won the game on penalties, I felt even throughout the normal game and extra time, we competed against an EFL team. And I think this group of players, they will be competitive in the EFL league. So really pleased with that.
And looking ahead, with the final non-league side left in the FA Youth Cup at this point, through to the fourth round and Wrexham at home to come.
It's going to be a tough game. Big club, championship club. And again, one is again that the boys are looking forward to, you know, and one where we've got to be at our best to have any chance of getting through. But it's one that we're looking forward to. I think it's the end of January now, so we've got a bit of a longer break. But listen, the boys can go into Christmas buzzing. They've got an FA Cup fourth round game to look forward to. But that's at the end of January, and there's a lot of football to play from now until then. So our focus is on Bournemouth on January the 7th. But I think even, you know, football's a passionate sport. It's a game that has its highs, has its lows in terms of emotions. But what I will say is the sense of pride and happiness that them group of players have given to them, to their families, to the supporters, to each other. And that's what we said to them at the start of this FA Youth Cup run. Go as far as you can, and there's no better feeling than bringing happiness and joy to people's lives, you know. And what a way doing it through football. But feet back on the ground, and they're off tomorrow, but they're back in on Friday, you know. So they get a bit of time off over Christmas. But Wrexham we can look forward to, but the focus for the 19s is Bournemouth on January the 7th. And also the 17s, we have a league game before then as well. So lots of football to be played before then.
Nice one, Danny. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you.